What's going on, everybody? K-Cam here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about my first thoughts with my new team and our positives, our negatives, stuff like that, and stuff we need to work on. So anyways, this is going to be the very first gameplay that you guys are going to see of this roster on my channel, and for those of you that don't know why we're playing with Tizzy instead of Maniac, please go check out my last video talking about Maniac not returning and deciding to quit before you ever start it again. So that's my last video on my channel. You guys can go check that out. Link probably won't be in the description, but you can just click on my channel or just tap on my name, whatever, and you can go see it from there. But anyways, I just wanted to show off the scoreboard real quick. It's 1-1, and I'm showing you a search and destroy because obviously it's the most teamwork requiring game mode. And I get some pretty awesome snipes in this game, or in this, I guess this game, but this map, because for those of you that have not played Black Ops 3 yet or have not used a sniper, it's extremely hard to use, and it takes a lot of practice to get good with. That sounds like poor grammar, but like on that shot there, when you scope in with a sniper, there's no scope slowdown, meaning you can move left to right and it won't slow down any more than if you were just normally aiming in with any other gun. And there's also no aim assist, meaning that when you put your cursor, or whatever you want to call it, it's not really a cursor on console, it's more of a reticle. But when you put your reticle over someone, it will not slow down to kind of give you that assistance to hit your shot. So when I hit that shot right there, I barely saw his head, and it wasn't really a flick because I took time after I had already flicked to shoot. So I wouldn't really call it a flick, but sniping in this game is honestly a lot better than any other game just because it takes so much skill, and I just really like it, and I like being able to hit some awesome snipes. As you guys will see in this game here, I do hit some really sick snipes. But anyways, what I came to talk about was positives and negatives of this team here. I missed like 50 shots, and I'm not proud of it. But positives, I'll start with the positives because there's only really one I can think of, and that would be the fact that we're really good at slaying. But that's also a negative because at the same time, while we're getting our kills, our objective work is not, it's lacking. We're just lacking the objective column of stats. I mean, not really, I don't really like saying that because stats really don't show everything. Like if you make a huge play, you get a 4-piece at the end, but say you were struggling the whole game, then it doesn't really show just how big you went for the team. Or maybe you have like, you're pushing up with your team, you're throwing nades in the right spots, you're smoking off the right cuts, you're just controlling the right parts of the map, but you're not getting into a bunch of gunfights. That's why I don't really like stats. But myself, I definitely need to be able to get back into form because in Ghost, the reason our play styles, myself, Huntsman, and Nitro, the reason we work so well is because we had Maniac, and with Maniac we could have myself be like the main slayer, we had Nitro be like more of an inconsistent AR slayer, and then Huntsman would be the OBJ. But in this game, and then Maniac would be the support, obviously. But in this game, we have two slayers and myself and Tizzy. Then we also have Nitro as basically an AR slayer because he can put up some numbers in this game as well. And then you have Huntsman, who then again is also good at getting kills in this game. But we can't really have him play OBJ like he normally would because he's our anchor. And so that's where there's so many problems, and I'll get to that in the negatives here in a second, where there's just so many problems with the way our roles fit together. And that's kind of what happened with Grady, because Grady was more of a support slayer than Maniac was. I'm not saying he was better at slaying than Maniac, but that was just his play style was more aggressive than Maniac's. And so that's why I don't know. I mean, it's easily, it can be easily fixed, but it's not the best if you can't match roles. So that's why I think like Optic Gaming, that's why they lost to Rise of the Totinos, whatever the opening event. I don't remember the full name of it. It was like the Totinos 50K, but that's why, shoot, I got it, there we go. But that's why like all the teams you think about like a dream team, you normally pick 4 people that can just get a bunch of kills, but you never actually think about picking the players that know how to hold a hill and are unstoppable once they get inside the hill versus trying to break into the hill. Or maybe they just know crazy routes with a flag and how to run the flag, where to throw nades when they have a flag, and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean that's just kind of one thing that I think people don't realize is just how valuable objective work is in this game. And it's definitely not a good thing because you need to be able to score points. If you're getting a bunch of kills, you shouldn't be outslaying a team and losing. So that's negative as well. I said it was a positive that we were getting a bunch of kills, but obviously it's just showing that we have potential, because if we're getting these kills, we're winning all the gunfights we need to win, then we're obviously doing something. And I don't know why I was on Huntsman there that whole entire... Oh yeah, that's right, because I died. Lol. But yeah, so anyways, let's get into the negatives now. I'm going to go by game mode. And Hardpoint, definitely our weakest game mode, just because of the fact that in Hardpoint, you have to worry about the spawns and stuff, and Nitro has never really like cared about spawns. He's just the kind of player that runs straight to the hill, sits in the hill, dies, respawns, runs back to the hill, stuff like that. And then if you tell him rotate, then he'll rotate. But he's not like the kind of person to worry about anchoring the spawns for the next hill. He's not even going to think about the next hill until there's maybe like 15, 10 seconds left. And he's always trying to grab that scrap time for us, even though he is an AR. So him being an AR support is sort of harmful. I'm not saying he should run an SMG. Oh, look at this. Watch this. Oh, man, that was just mean. But I'm not saying he should run like an SMG or anything, because he's really good with an AR. And he can definitely be very valuable with his AR, especially in S&D, where kills do matter. I mean, obviously, kills matter in every game mode, but if you're playing other game modes and you can't anchor the spawns, you can get 250 kills for your team and 0 kills on the other team and still lose just because they sat in the hill the whole time. And anytime they spawned up, they were able to control spawns, sit in the hill. I mean, obviously, it's not really possible because... like if you're not winning a gunfight, you're not going to be able to keep spawns, but technically speaking, you could possibly win with getting 0 kills if the other team lets you. So, yeah, it's definitely a negative because we don't anchor spawns. That's the big point that I'm getting at. I said Nitro doesn't really know too much about spawns, but we don't anchor spawns in general. I think I get a 6 snipe. Yes, look at this. Oh, man. And then I wanted the 2-piece here, but Nitro ends up taking it. Can't believe I missed that one, just a little low. And then Nitro takes it right before I would have hit it there. And it looks like I start lagging here, but let's see if it does. It starts to get, yeah, it starts to get a little choppy. But just as a team, we're not really anchoring. And I said Huntsman's normally our anchor. And look at this. Like, what? And Huntsman is normally our anchor, but even when he is our anchor, we still have Nitro and Tizzy pushing from the same spots, because Tizzy's he's a player that loves getting kills. He doesn't really... I mean, I don't really want to say that he doesn't care about the hill, because obviously he cares about the hill. But he will... he plays more kill-orientated. And then, you know, just it's kind of awkward with the way the roles pan out. And so what we've been trying out lately is just anchoring as a team and trying to push from certain spots. And we still got to get a little bit more practice in that, or with that. And there you can see I almost hit that jump snipe again. And yeah, so there's definitely a couple of hardpoint problems that we have. But in S&D, our biggest problem is splitting up. So on offense earlier, we had Tizzy go one way, Huntsman go the other way with bomb, and then myself and Nitro in middle. And that's really not helping because Tizzy and Huntsman both went down. Could have possibly been 1v4 gunfights for both of them. And so it really was not a good situation. And just the teamwork wasn't there. Wasn't where it needed to be. And it just wasn't the way it should be. But then in CTF, we're a really good CTF team. I don't really have any complaints about that. And here we go. We'll get on board with the enemy here. Some weird attachments, but whatever. Let's try and get to Tizzy. Oh, there he is. Alright, and in Uplink, really just need some more experience with that. Kind of learn a little bit more about Uplink because it was a game mode in AW. Myself, Tizzy, Huntsman, Nitro, we all played it. But we really didn't learn too much about it because we never got serious competitively with a good team that we could actually grind and care about winning with. Obviously, we always care about winning, but you know what I mean. So anyways... that's my first thoughts with this team. Can't wait to play some more, and also in my next video I'm going to be talking about some orgs that have been opening up spots and opening up recruitment. So I'm going to be talking about that a little bit, so make sure you guys stay subscribed to see that. Like this video, I would appreciate it greatly, and comment if you have anything you want to tell me, just any suggestions, just concerns, comments, whatever. Leave those down below. I'll read it, and hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.